What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Sacramento Kings. Okay, let's just jump right in and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
So the Milwaukee Bucks took on the Sacramento Kings in Milwaukee. We know the Sacramento Kings are one of the best young teams in the league right now. They play well and compete every game. And this game was no different. As it went into overtime, this game was no different. Giannis has always presented a problem for teams, but what people were mostly excited to see and anticipating was a breakout game from Dame. You know, everybody's been wanting to see that breakout game from Dame with the Milwaukee Bucks, where we get to see Dame time, you know, and that's something we haven't seen yet this season. And it takes a while. I mean, come on, like look at the time it took for James Harden to get connected with the guys, you know, for everybody to kind of gel together. Westbrook had to make the choice to come off the bench. It was some sacrifices that needed to be made, but some guys did it. They did what they needed to do, and you see the Clippers playing better basketball. It just takes some time. Giannis is a bit of a control freak, right? You know, the Greek freak is a control freak to an extent, so, you know, he kind of has his hand on things and is used to having things a certain way. As we saw Dame knock down the 30-footer, 32-footer, however far it was, to finish the Kings off. You know, of course, we saw Coach Mike Brown get upset over some of the calls, but that's nothing new. That's nothing new. But nonetheless, the Sacramento Kings really played well. They really kind of showed and took advantage and exposed some of the issues that Milwaukee Bucks has on the defensive end. But because Damian Lillard was doing such a good job of finding his teammates earlier in the game, you know, it was hard to kind of pinpoint what was going to happen. It was hard to defend Damian Lillard in a certain manner because he was doing a great job making plays. I've been telling y'all, Damian Lillard has always been capable of this. He just has been in a certain mode for so long. And it just takes a certain amount of time to not just trust your teammates, to not just trust your new teammates. It's not like you just get with a new and better team and it's like, oh, okay. You still have to find that trust, that common ground, that bond, that connection. And when I saw Chris Middleton and how he reacted to that shot at the end of this game, that's when I felt like, okay, you know what? These guys are starting to connect. The chemistry is really starting to build in Milwaukee. For me, that was the last kind of hurdle for Damian, you know, because him being there kind of takes a couple shots from Chris, right? I mean, Drew Holiday doesn't really take any shots away from Chris Middleton. But Damian Lillard being there, yeah, that's probably going to be, because I tell you what, Giannis isn't going to concede a couple more shots. I mean, he might now, but there's been a couple times where Giannis didn't get the ball on the offensive end, and he didn't really like it. But Chris Middleton knows him and Brook Lopez are definitely coming off a couple shots a game for Damian Lillard, and rightfully so. Hopefully so, if they know what's best. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, that takes time in order to do those things, to feel good about doing those things, and to cheer your teammate on while doing those things. All those things take time. So you can kind of see some of the remnants of that with the Milwaukee Bucks, the chemistry building. That shot from Dame was big. They needed that. I mean, honestly, the Bucks needed that. They want to feel good about their championship hopes. These types of games, these types of wins will help them feel better about their championship hopes. So we'll see how the Bucks can build on this. But they still need to do some things defensively. Obviously, getting Jay Crowder back will help, but they need some defensive help on the perimeter as well. Beasley needs to lock in more on that end. Something. They need a little bit more help on that defensive end. But nonetheless, great game from the Bucks. Great finish from Damian Lillard. It definitely was Dame time once again. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this game with Damian Lillard finishing off the Sacramento Kings. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.